A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking revelation, a new report from the Government Accountability Office has detailed a series of failures by the Secret Service that led to the assassination attempt on then-presidential candidate Donald Trump during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, on July 13, 2024. This report, released on the one-year anniversary of the incident, raises serious concerns about the agency's preparedness and operational protocols. The attempt left one attendee dead, 2 others injured, and narrowly missed Trump, who was grazed by a bullet. The report was commissioned by Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, who criticized the Secret Service for a lack of effective planning and communication. Grassley emphasized that the events of that day were the result of bad decisions and bureaucratic handicaps that could have been avoided. One of the most alarming findings of the GAO report is the admission that the Secret Service failed to implement security measures that could have thwarted the attack. This failure has led to a cascade of questions regarding the agency's operational integrity. Why was a rooftop with a clear line of sight to Trump left unguarded? What were the motivations behind the shooter's actions? The report highlights that senior officials were aware of a potential threat against Trump prior to the rally, although it was not specific to that event or the gunman. This lack of specificity, coupled with the agency's siloed practice of sharing classified threat information, meant that both the Secret Service and local law enforcement were unprepared for the incident. Grassley noted that the agency's failure was compounded by a lack of communication and guidance among agents, which ultimately hindered their ability to respond effectively. The report recommends that the Secret Service revamp its policies to ensure proactive sharing of threat information among its agents and partners. Additionally, it underscores the need for improved training and resource allocation for those under the agency's protection. During the assassination attempt, the shooter fired 8 rounds from an AR-style rifle, hitting Trump and killing an attendee named Corey Comprator. The chaos of the day culminated in a Secret Service counter-sniper fatally shooting the gunman. In the aftermath, Grassley expressed gratitude that Trump survived and was later re-elected. He pointed out that the Biden administration had denied requests for additional security measures leading up to the rally, suggesting that this lack of support contributed to the agency's shortcomings. The report also highlighted the Secret Service's limited communication capabilities during the rally, with many officers experiencing limited service on their cell phones, which hampered coordination efforts. Grassley mentioned that a substantial budget of $1.17 billion was allocated to the agency as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, emphasizing the need for a thorough overhaul of the agency's operations. The report's findings have raised serious concerns about the Secret Service's ability to protect the president, especially in light of a separate incident where a gunman was found lurking near one of Trump's golf courses. Retired Secret Service agent Bobby McDonald described the Butler incident as a wake-up call for the agency. Investigations have pinpointed several critical failures, including the fact that the building with a clear line of sight to the stage was left unguarded, and personnel had deemed the risks acceptable without taking proper precautions. The lack of a unified command post for coordinating security efforts further complicated the situation, leading to a chaotic mixture of communication methods that included radios, cell phones, texts, and emails. In response to the report, the Secret Service has claimed to have implemented 21 of the 46 recommendations made by oversight bodies, with ongoing efforts to address the identified lapses. Director Sean Curran, who was present during the incident, stated that the agency has taken significant steps to prevent a similar event from occurring in the future. This includes the establishment of a new aviation division and the acquisition of armored ATVs for use in golf course security. However, many are left questioning whether these changes are sufficient. The report indicates that while some staff members faced disciplinary action, there have been no firings as a result of the incident. The agency's former director, Kim Cheadle, resigned shortly after the assassination attempt. As investigations continue, the motivations of the shooter remain largely a mystery, with investigators noting a lack of information about his intentions or any ideological motivations. Former Secret Service agent Anthony Cangelosi expressed disbelief over the number of errors made leading up to the event, emphasizing the need for improved communication and vigilance. The widow of Corey Comprator has also voiced her concerns, demanding accountability from the agency for their failures on that fateful day. As the Secret Service grapples with these revelations, the agency's future effectiveness in protecting the president remains under scrutiny. The Butler incident has not only highlighted critical flaws within the agency, but has also raised broader questions about the security protocols in place during a highly charged election year. The hope is that through increased scrutiny and reform, the Secret Service can regain the public's trust and ensure the safety of those it is sworn to protect. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.